Hi, it's Twi. Hello, everybody. Hope you guys have been good. Happy New Year's Eve, or maybe Happy New Year's, depending where you are. I know we got people from all over the place. For some of you, I'm gonna count down, and it's not even gonna be the New Year yet, probably. I feel like we have such a gradient, but I hope you guys have been really good. A little belated, but I guess Merry Christmas as well. Hello, Lionel. It's been so long. I'm trying to remember when the last time I did. My mic sounds robotic. Oh no. Uh-oh. Hold on. Does it? Robotic. How so? Wait a second. My mic sounds robotic. Oh no. Uh-oh. It sounds normal to me. Does anybody else? I don't know. It sounds about usual to me. Maybe it had to do with like YouTube buffering or something? I'm not sure, but it sounds about the same as usual to me. I got all my usual filters on and stuff, I don't know. Okay for me? Okay. Cool. Alright, well, for Lionel specifically, sure, robot DLC, Happy New Year. Special gift. Oh, okay, it's fixed, perfect. I didn't do anything, so can't have been on my end at least. But anyway, hello Beef as well. Hope you guys have been doing well. I've been gone for a little bit. You know, I've been keeping busy with everything. How long has it been? I think my last stream was the 23rd, 22nd, something like that. It's been a bit, but it's because I've been out and about. I've been enjoying my my holidays. Oh, you're playing it double. That would explain why it sounds robotic. Yes, that makes sense. Happy New Year's Eve. Yes. I've been celebrating with a lot of people. I actually, you know what? I literally opened my notebook and I wrote down like little notes. I got like a bullet point list of all this stuff just so that I can remember everything. Cause I do not normally go out to that much stuff, you know. Maybe I'll see my family like one time and that'll be it. But I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, well these aren't all like me going out. But I've done like I think at least 5 different things that I've like gone out for. I've been all over the place this month. So it's been busy, you know. I think a part of it as well is like I went out like a lot right around Christmas, and then I just needed a couple days for myself. I was like, you know, when you're like chilling with people that you're really comfortable around, I feel like if anything, socializing can be like energizing, right? But when I need to go to like a bunch of different family gatherings and stuff like that, even if there's people that I really like who are there, it's like just the atmosphere of everything just drains me a little bit. You know, I need like a day or two to just decompress after after being around so many people. I actually like there was one specifically, one of the gatherings that I really felt that for. Formal dinner, yes. Specifically formal dinners. Yes, that is exactly what I feel. Also, hello Piku. Happy New Year's Eve. Welcome. But yeah, literally, I was gonna say, this was, I might have talked about this on stream before because it was back on like December 8th or something, I think. Like early in the month, right? Earlier in the month, we had a family dinner, and something about me is that normally when I go to these family events, it is to see one specific cousin. I have like one cousin who's like a brother to me. I grew up, like I don't live that close to him, but we hung out so much growing up, and I'd go over and visit all the time. So like I'm really close with him. But he's been doing a work placement in a different province for like the past year almost. So I haven't gotten to see him in quite a while. At the time, anyway. I actually did get to see him later, and I'll talk about it. But he was still out, so he wasn't able to come to this family dinner. But you know, we got invited. Like most of my family from one side was gonna be there, and some of my cousins that I haven't seen in years. Like some of them, it might legit be like 5 years since I've seen them or something. I got invited over, so I'm like, okay, we'll go. But the weird thing to me is normally for these like family gatherings, you know, one of my like aunts and uncles who has a house will like invite everybody, and we'll have like a house party or whatever. And I'm like okay with the house parties, you know. I'm pretty quiet. I'm a bit of a wallflower, but at somebody's house, it's easier to like, you know, hang around whoever you want to, and then kind of like dip off to the side for a while. Just like pretend that you're not there until you're feeling better. But for whatever reason, we rented out this like old historic like mansion. It was really random. I've like never heard of anyone doing this, but there was like this really old historic house that we rented out for a few hours or whatever, and we were doing it because we had a capacity of like almost 30 people there, and I guess they needed a bigger venue, you know. Maybe not everybody comes out that often, I don't know. But we rolled up. Yeah, I said my hellos to everybody. I got to see some of my cousins. Which was nice. But the main thing that it was for me, I'm gonna confess a little bit, is so I'm not crazy about Christmas food, like having like turkey and like, you know, I think a lot of people like to have mashed potatoes. I'm really sorry. I know mashed potatoes are objectively good. I can't handle the texture. My eating disorder is too strong. Okay, I'm sorry. But so what I'll normally do is I'll wait for everybody to grab their plates and sit down and start eating. And this is like the worst case scenario for me, because like all the food is up at the front, and then the room is nothing but tables for people to sit and eat. So I'm gonna stick out like a sore thumb when I go over. But my strat normally is I'll like kind of dip off to the side, wait for everybody to get their food and get distracted by eating, and then I'll like go over when nobody else is really looking anymore and just like grab whatever little bit that appeals to me, and I'll have my own food, and then I'll just kind of like link back up with everybody after people are done eating for the most part, right? But the problem for me is I went to go and look for my own like little corner to hide, and I realized something. There was nowhere that I could go where I would not be visible through at least one doorway. Like there was no like room off to the side I could go and like close the door, or at least like hide behind a wall or something where people aren't gonna like come in and look. The best thing I could do was there was like this little like glass display of some like really old artwork with like some story writing or whatever about it, and it was sort of out of the way. Like if you walked into the room at all, you would see me instantly and be like, yo, why is this guy just like sitting in the corner looking at the wall? But assuming you didn't come into the room, you wouldn't find me. So I was like, okay, I can camp out over here for a while. But I don't know, I just got kind of overwhelmed. I didn't like the fact that I didn't have my own space, And I ended up leaving early. But you know, it was still nice to see everyone. Like, what I didn't talk about before I went and I had an existential crisis about dodging Christmas dinner is as soon as I came in, all of my cousins were playing this game that I haven't played in ages called, like, Headbands, I think. Yeah, the introverted food eyes. Yes, literally. The battle play. It is unironically, like, I just turn into, like, a tactician, like, strategizing, like, how I'm gonna get through the family gathering, bro. But, we were playing this game called Headbands. It's kind of like, I don't know, you all sit in a circle and you have, like, a card on your head that you can't see. That'll be like an object or a thing. Like, I don't know, you could be like a fly or a potato or something stupid like that. And you just go around the circle and you just ask questions like, am I food? And then everybody will say like yes or no. And you do that until you're ready to guess what you are. So I did that. I had fun. I was the best at the table because, you know, I don't know if I was the best at the table. I won a couple rounds, you know. I also had a really funny interaction. It was cool seeing like a few of my cousins that I haven't seen in a really long time. A couple of them, you know, the two normal ones, they're all relatively normal, I guess, but the two super normal ones, you know, they're just going to college, living their life. It's nothing special, but it was nice to see them again, see how it's been, you know. They're a lot more like outdoorsy and like extroverted than I am, so I feel like I get on with them well enough, but I don't have a lot to like talk about all the time. But we used to all play music, so it's like nice to talk about that stuff. And there was my one other cousin that I never talked to that much, and I haven't seen him in probably at least 5 years. And I didn't engage in this conversation, but I distinctly remember walking over to where they were, or like sitting near them. And I hear them start talking, and somebody mentions the fact that he started sports betting, and I'm like, oh, he's stupid. But I didn't say anything. But it gets worse, though. It gets worse. Cause they bring this up to him, and I don't remember if it was right away or if it was a little after, but he said something like, you guys don't know anything about making money. You guys don't know anything about making money. You don't understand the grind set of betting on sports teams. You guys don't understand. LeBron is gonna hit 3 half courts in the third quarter. I don't know anything about sports. I know hardly nothing. But I thought it was really funny. I wasn't trying to get into all of that, but I'm just kind of like sitting off to the side, you know, casually enjoying the tea. As you do. I was curious though, like I went home and I watched a video about sports betting. That stuff is crazy, dude. Like they do it mostly through like phone apps now, right? They got algorithms on the apps to like look at when you're most vulnerable to go on and bet, and they'll like send you push notifications with like bets that have like a deal on it, like higher odds or whatever. It's crazy. Like they have algorithm optimization to prey on your gambling addiction. It's messed up, bro. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that he has anything else that he needs the money for. He's still young. He'll learn, you know. Better get kicked in the face by it at a younger age than to wait until you have a lot of money to lose, I guess. but yeah, I don't know. It was certainly an interesting reunion after so much time. But it was nice to see everyone again. I ended up on the topic of sports betting, I ended up talking to another friend. I told him about this story. And he was like, "Oh yeah, he told me that one of his friends thought that he could get some sort of deal where he would like put in like a certain amount of money. I think it was like a couple $100 or something, like $100, $200 or whatever, and he would get like a free credit on the thing, and then he would just take his money out. and then he had to bet with the money, and he didn't realize he had to win a certain amount. And I was like, how do you fall for that, bro? But apparently he won out, and then he actually withdrew and didn't go back, and I was like, well, good for him. You're like one of the few that actually, you're the exception. You're the outlier to be the one to actually like put your money in, win, and then just leave. Like, that is, if you're gonna play, that's the best thing you can do, is just roll it one time and then get out. But I'm not an advocate for it. I've seen my friends lose a lot in the past. I don't know how, but I got into like this like spiral of watching CoffeeZilla videos. And I never really watched him before. But I got into watching some of his stuff over the past like few days. And I saw he started making videos about Counter-Strike gambling, which I honestly didn't realize was still a thing. But I remember when we were younger, experiencing that like culture a lot. Like, I've never gambled my own money before, and I don't plan to. But there was a long time ago, I mean, I'm sure they still do this, but a long time ago, something you could do is you could like put one of these gambling casinos, you could put their like website URL in your Steam name, and they would give you like a daily like 5 cents or some piddly amount of money for it that you could use on the website, right? I don't recommend that you guys do this, by the way. I know you guys are probably smart enough to know that, but don't do this, okay? I was young and stupid. But there was one time back then where I managed to take 5 cents and win it up to like nearly $100. And I just needed a little more to get whatever like knife that I wanted or whatever. I don't remember. And I lost all of it. I lost my 300. And I learned that day that gambling sucks. It's very rare that you really win, and if you enjoy winning enough to go back, then you are basically guaranteed to lose in the long run. So don't do it. No gamble, no gamba. Let's not go gambling. Yes. Very, very financially responsible of you. I agree. Spent all his Steam money on Fortnite's Steam money. How do you do that? Do they put Fortnite on Steam? No way that Epic would do that. That's like the least Epic Games thing of all time. Yeah, it's not that. I don't know how he did that, but Fortnite, you know what? I actually used to have a friend who would like, he like bought a Fortnite account for a ton of money. I think he used to flip Fortnite accounts. Like, you can't trade items in Fortnite. So he would like literally buy accounts and then resell them. It was like the weirdest side hustle I've ever seen. I don't think he did it that much, but he did a few times. And I don't know. I can't imagine that that's worth it, but I can't ask that I can't say that I never bought like Fortnite skins back when it was popular. Or, like, as much as I dunk on like the CS:GO gambling and stuff, I did love CS:GO trading when I was younger. Like, I would spend a lot of my allowance on skins just because I like to make a build out of like a certain aesthetic for everything or whatever. I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike back in the day, so it was a lot more like, well, I mean, it's pretty normalized now too, but I was into all of that stuff back then. I also learned about scamming back in the day because of Counter-Strike too. I got hit back in the day with the classic, let's trade, you send the item and I'll pay you on PayPal, and then they never do. And they take it and block you, and I was like, oh, my money. And that is the day that I learned that you don't go first. Not with random people you don't trust anyway. But Yeah, no, I mean, it's a dark world out there in some ways. But yes, I mean, I would have much rather, you know, having been a little, you know, if you're a little older, I feel like people always talk about getting hit with like the RuneScape like scams where people will like double your items or whatever, or like they'll go clean your armor for you or something and then they just take it and leave. Because that doesn't cost you real money, at least. I was devastated having to like tell my dad when I was like not even a teen, maybe I was barely a teenager or something, I don't know, I was young, and just being like, I got scammed out of like like it was probably a couple $100s as well, I'm not even gonna lie, it was a lot of money for that age. So I was very careful after that. But you know, it's better to get smart before it hits you in the face, you know, to be preemptive with it. But I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I'm still glad that it happened. Like, I learned from it, and that's always nice. But yeah, I don't know how we ended up in the Counter-Strike side tangent. Oh yeah, right, after the coffeezilla stuff. But yeah, I mean, interesting stuff. Also, just 'cause I saw it earlier, this music and this BGM are super pretty, like both of them. I linked them both in the description if you guys want to follow like the person that made the background or the person that made the music. The person who did the background song for this is also like a composer that works with VTubers a lot. So they're very cool. I saw it as like a free asset and I was like, oh, yoink. I wanted the cozy atmosphere for today. But yeah, that was the first, that was the one like family gathering that was in advance kind of, and then I went through like the Christmas gauntlet of like having a bunch of different things in a row. So like, you guys know I was cranking out the song cover of Fukasi no Karte with the Grizzco girlies, which you should totally go watch if you haven't already seen it. I'm really proud of it. I think the views kind of bombed because the thumbnail wasn't that good at first. I tried to update it a little bit, but I spent a lot of time working on that, and like as soon as I finished it, I went for Christmas Eve to go see my one cousin who I was talking about earlier, my bro. He was back in town. I'm actually gonna see him again on Thursday, before he leaves before he leaves me again. I'm honestly so sad that he has to go back, but it's not forever. I asked him if he's moving there permanently, and he was like, nah, once my internship is done, I'm coming back. And he's actually gonna move closer to me. This is what I'm talking about. It's an investment, so I can live with it. But I went to go see him, and it was, you know, obviously really nice to go see him. We were just catching up. I showed him the cover before I even put it live. I had to pull up Google Drive on my phone, and I like showed him the EP and everything. We were just catching up after a long time, and you know, he was showing me, apparently he has like a producer friend up there who makes stuff, which I thought was cool. Because you know, my cousin also does music stuff. I don't know, maybe one day I'll bring him on. I have written a song with him before. We never posted it anywhere, but we wrote a song before he left, and it was really sweet. But we were just catching up on everything, just kicking it. It was really nice. But there was also like a lot of their family friends and like a little bit of other family. And so after a bit, I was just kind of like half asleep chilling with my dad in their living room. And then after that, I went to catch up with my cousin, and I ended up like going back down for a little bit. And then I was like, do you mind if I go chill in your room for a bit? And I literally went up and I fell asleep on his bed. I fell asleep on his bed until my dad woke me up and was like, unless you have any problem with it, I think we should leave now. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, all right. not really doing much anyway. I literally just went there, took a nap on his bed, and left. I cannot with family, with like big gatherings, bro. I was. You know what? They gave me a cocktail before that happened, so maybe my aunt spiked my drink. Totally not that I was just exhausted. Nah. Must have been something in the drink. And it was not like, it was, I don't mean it in a way that like it was strong and like I got like drunk and that made me sleepy, because like I didn't feel anything. Honestly, I kind of forgot that I even drank it. But it was alright. Ender, welcome. Happy New Year to you. I know that it's well past midnight for you. But yeah, I was just, I was joking with my aunt about it, actually, because, you know, she was like, oh, I made you a cocktail, you know, like, you know, you drink it, right? And I'm like, yeah, sure, right? Or she was like, do you drink? And I'm like, well, I mean, not really, but like, I'll drink, like, sure. Because what it is for me is I don't feel the urge to like, just to drink even socially that much. But like, it's a lot of it is just because alcohol costs way too much money. Like, I can have plenty of fun while I'm sober, so you cannot catch me paying money to get drunk, bro. I will drink on somebody else's dime if they want me to drink, and that is it. If somebody else will give it to me, it's like, okay, sure, I'll have a drink, why not? But if it comes out of my pocket, I'm just getting water. It's a good time, actually. It's a good transition for a water check. Cheers to the new year and being hydrated. Gotta stay hydrated, especially if you're drinking tonight. You know, not win him over with some not so cheap booze. And wait, I mean, it could be cheap booze too. I don't care. As long as I'm not the one paying, I mean, buy whatever you want. But, what was I gonna say? I actually was planning a gag for tonight where I was gonna get, like, a can of sparkling water, and then at New Year's, I was gonna, like, crack it open and be like, cheers to the new year, you know, like I'm cracking open a cold one, and be like, you actually got pranked, it's sparkling water, get water checked, and then, like, do the thing. And then I went, and I looked, and not only could I not find sparkling water, which was fine, what I was actually planning to do was lie and get a soda, because nowhere other than, like, a grocery store sells sparkling water in a can or whatever. I don't know, it's hard to find. So I was like, I'm just gonna get a can of pop. I kid you not, bro. I went to the dollar store, I went to a gas station, I went to a drugstore. I saw one can of soda. They had lots of energy drinks, but I don't do energy drinks, really. So the only can of soda that they had was a Pepsi. And I was like, man, I'm not paying money for a Pepsi. Get out of here. Screw the bit, bro. I'll just drink my water normally. I was not that desperate to make the joke. But hey, I mean, you know what? It works out. I went for a walk that was going to be offset by the fact that I would drink soda, but I didn't buy the soda, so I was actually just healthy. Not bad, not bad. Cause I feel like I have this, like, brain worm where, like, I want to go for a walk, so I'll convince myself to go somewhere and get something, but that costs money, and a lot of the time, if it's like junk, then it makes the walk like not as good as it should be. So I think it's nice to just go for a walk and not buy anything anyway, you know? Not that I usually buy much, it'll just be like one little thing for like a couple dollars, like $1 or $2, but it adds up, you know? But yeah. So there was that. There was me seeing my cousin. That was Christmas Eve. And then on Christmas Day, I guess I didn't do that much outside of the cover drop, you know. You would think because I didn't hop on stream or whatever that I must have been up to something, but not really, to be honest. I'm trying to think back. I mean, I didn't get much for Christmas this year. My dad he'll always do like stocking stuffers where he'll just like get a bunch of like snacks that I like and just fill a stocking with a bunch of snacks that I like. So, you know, he might put like some like mint chocolate in there, or like some candy, or like a little bag of chips or something silly like that. I'll just take a bunch of snacks that I grew up with, just stuff them in there, and I'll eat like an absolute child on Christmas Day. And maybe the day after as well. A potato in the stocking, now that's funny. You know what, I wouldn't complain, now that I've grown older, I wouldn't complain about like fruit in the stocking. Like you put, I don't know, like an orange or like an apple in there or something. I mean, if I saw that, I'd be like, oh wow, and I would go eat it. What was that one like really old Vine of like a kid getting, what was it, like a banana for Christmas? And they were like, a banana! Or something, they were like super excited, like an orange. I don't remember what it was. It's an avocado! Thanks! Yeah, that's the one, that's the one. I was trying so hard to remember what it was, dude. It's been too long. That would honestly be a vibe though. I could rock with it. You know what else? I don't even think that it was like we bought it, but funnily enough, my stepmom, despite being diabetic, gets gifted like so much like candy and stuff like that around the holidays, I swear to God. So among other things, we had like one of those big like trays of the Ferrero Rocher chocolates, you know, like the ones with like the nuts and like probably Nutella or some sort of like chocolate like filling in the middle. It was pretty good actually. Me and my dad, I don't know why, but my dad, when he started eating them, he would like take them in a way that it was symmetrical on both sides of the box. Like he would take 2 or 4. And so I was like, well, I guess I'll have to take 2 to keep the symmetry. And it just became this game of us both taking them in like symmetrical patterning the entire time. Or like, after a while, instead of taking it from the edge, he like took some in the middle under where the sticker on the front was, so it would look like he didn't take any since the last time I looked. It was kind of funny, honestly. I don't know if we're actually like out now or if we still have the last 2, but we have mostly gone through it now. We've also stripped the tree of any candy canes that were on it. We still have some left in the box that we bought them from, but no candy canes have survived a week past Christmas. Do you guys like candy canes? I feel like, you know, sometimes holidays can have like iconic stuff that's like whatever. Like, I don't know, if you get like candy corn on Halloween or something, that's not that great. But like candy canes is like pretty good, you know? I definitely like candy canes. We got like the ones that we got weren't even the peppermint ones. They were actually, I think they were supposed to be like cherry flavored or something, but they're just, I don't know. They taste like regular candy. They're good. I like the peppermint ones a lot too. We had some, but I don't remember why, but we gave them away to somebody else. So it's just been the non-minty ones for us. Haven't had them in so long. Fair enough. I love candy canes. I always end up poking myself when they get sharp. That is fair. Something about me, I think, is I'm too impatient to like... I know there are some people where they will literally like suckle it down to where it's like a sickle. Like it'll be like pointed like a freshly sharpened pencil or something. They got like a little like candy cane spear. But like for me, I get impatient. Like I might suck on it for a little bit, but I just end up biting it. I just end up biting through it. It's the exact same with like if you get like popsicles or like freezies and stuff like that. I will always just end up like biting through them. But yeah. Can't do that. Well, you can't like make the candy cane spear, or you can't bite through it. Because I feel like depending on the person, either one could be the case. I know, especially with like popsicles and stuff, a lot of people don't like biting through it because like biting it with like biting the cold stuff with your teeth hurts. To which I simply say, just don't. No, I'm kidding. Not patient enough to not bite into it. Yes, one of my kind. Yeah. My signature weapon is the candy cane spear. That's pretty fire, honestly. You know what that makes me think of? I started playing Terraria in the past couple days just because I was like, I need to like detox myself from playing stuff, or like just from watching like a bunch of YouTube and like brain rotting in my like couple days I'm taking off. I was like, I want to slow down and just enjoy myself, so I started Terraria World. And I was just playing it. It's on like a Christmas, like every year they have like seasonal events. So I was playing and the game just gave me like a candy cane sword out of like a random present, which was kind of cool. I'm enjoying it. It's nice to do that every now and then. Just like enjoy a game for the sake of it. It's kind of the same reason. I haven't showed the schedule yet. I made it before stream, but I made waiting rooms, guys. Can you believe it? I actually put up waiting rooms for this week. Here, let me show this now. I'm sure I'll talk about it again later, when it's like the end of stream or whatever. But we're gonna do, I'm gonna start like a little solo Minecraft world. I don't know how much we'll end up playing it, but I want to try it a little bit because I'm planning something a little bit later, like maybe February-ish, to do possibly with that. So do with that information what you will. So I wanted to try that a little bit again. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to do Refined Self again. You know what's something crazy? I was scrolling through my Steam games, and I was like, Refined Self would be really fun to touch again. It's a really like pretty game from what I remembered. And I was like, I don't know, maybe it's been like half a year since we tried it the first time or whatever. Because I remembered there was like, you get like a specialized result for beating it more than once. So I was gonna do it again. I didn't realize it's been since March, bro. It's been literally since debut month since I played it. I just completely forgot. So I'm looking, I don't even know if it's gonna like, how it's gonna work, because I like basically redid my whole PC since then. So I don't know if like my first attempt will be saved on the cloud somewhere, or if it's just gone. And it's gonna treat it like my first time beating it again, but you can always like manually compare, you know. Times, welcome. Happy New Year's Eve, I don't know, depending where you are. But yeah, very, very fun. Looking forward to getting back to streaming with you guys again regularly. Yeah, where else have I gone? We're like so early into the Christmas saga. You know, because after I did the cover, I mean, there wasn't that much. You know, I went through and I ended up sending like Christmas DMs to like all of the people, like all the content creator friends that I made this year, because I was like, I want these people to know that I'm grateful for their company, because honestly, getting to meet so many cool people this year has been one of the greatest gifts. As cheesy as that sounds. So, you know, I went through and I just told all my friends that I hope they had a wonderful Christmas. And it felt good to give me an excuse to send messages to people I haven't spoken to in a while. But, and getting to make the project as well was really cool. I was really happy to do that. I don't know if you guys would have saw, I had a super minor role in a Christmas concert that happened on, I think, the 23rd. Pam was hosting a Christmas concert, and I was I was like one of 10 people who were singing a tenor part in a giant choir of Carol of the Bells. It was like as soon as I recovered from being sick, I don't even know if I had fully recovered. I didn't even like use my booth. I just recorded it at my desk. I was like, ugh, I mean, I was like, I still want to be a part of it. Although I wasn't feeling great, so I went and I recorded for it, and I was like, I don't even know if this is gonna be usable, but but you can take it if you want. and they put me in. I could like not even hear myself in there just because there were so many people. maybe it wasn't usable. Maybe they just muted me. You know, I'm like the one kid pretending to sing in the choir. Nah, I don't think they actually did that. I'm sure they didn't, but even if they did, honestly, I would think that'd be way more funny than making me mad. But maybe someday I'll do like a more major one next time or something. Who knows? It was nice though. I've never been a part of a choir, so it was cool. I also remember distinctly that I was super dead during that concert because basically I stayed up like pretty late finishing the covers mix on the night of the 22nd. It was the same day as the member stream. I finished I quote unquote finished it on stream, and then I went off stream and I worked on it more after. I did more work, and then the next day I polished it more and I made the music video in one day. And I had to get it done because, you know, I was going to my cousin's house on Christmas Eve, so I had like that one day to like finish everything, right? And the other thing that I didn't mention is that over like the little sort of like time that I was not streaming after I did the like last member stream making the cover, I was cat sitting for my friend because he was on vacation in Australia actually, and his mom was on vacation somewhere else for like a few days, and they had nobody to watch their cat. So I was like, I got you, I'll go watch your cat. And I went over every day, and it was so cute. It was so cute, you guys. Okay, so like his cat is not very, she's not like mean, but she's not very friendly, right? Like she doesn't like you going up and like petting her. You can like put your hand out and she'll like sniff it, maybe she'll lick it. But you know, for the most part, it's like she wants to exist in the same room as you and just kind of watch over you, but she doesn't want to like actually be petted, you know? But while I was the only one looking after her, she would just like, I looked it up, it's called bunting apparently when cats do this, but she would just like headbutt me like to like, they use it for like marking and stuff like that, right? But she would just come up and she would just be like rubbing up against me for like a good half hour when I would come over. It was so sweet. I've never seen her be like so receptive, but it was really cute. I was like freaked out at first. I didn't know. I've never seen a cat like do that and be like purring for so long. Like literally she would just be purring for like a good half hour. But it would, after a while, like her purring would like low-key sound like, it wasn't hissing, but it was like resembling it a little bit almost. I was like, is it normal for the cat to just be like making like a really like quiet noise the entire time? Like, because I've never really looked after a cat like that. But it was very cute. It was very, very cute. Became car. Yes, return to car. You know, I go up to there and she goes, servant for the week, and that was my pay. It really was. You know what, they paid me though. I didn't expect, I didn't ask them for anything. I was just, you know, like, I just thought it was like a little favor, because this is like my childhood friend. Like, we've been friends for forever, dude. Like, their home is, it's not quite a second home, but it kind of is though. Like, see, it was nothing special to me, but they ended up paying me, which was really, really sweet. Like, they gave me a Christmas card after they went back. I went and visited them yesterday. And, you know, they told me before, like, I went, they were like, yeah, normally we would, like, ask this person, but they can't. And if we don't have anybody to watch the cat, we'd have to, like, put her in a shelter for a few days. And I was like, oh my God, like, no problem. Like, yes, I will come and watch your cat. Don't worry about it. Just show me where everything is and tell me what I gotta do. And I went and I did that. And they ended up actually giving me some money afterwards, and I was really, really grateful because, you know, since I quit my job a little early, Every little bit of extra goes a long way. I think I might end up getting a new streaming microphone. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that I want to get a new streaming microphone because I would love to get a dynamic one instead of my condenser one that I have right now. So when I like click clack on the keyboard like that all the time, clack on the keyboard like that's me. I unmuted myself by accident. But you know when I'm like doing stuff on the keyboard, it shouldn't pick up as much and stuff like that. So I would like to get a new mic, but you know, we'll see. I gotta wait until the New Year line crosses over so that I can write it down, and then when I become super famous and rich next year, I can tax deduct it if I keep the receipts. I'm joking, by the way. I would love to grow a lot, but I would have to grow an insane amount for that to matter here. I know in the US, you can tax deduct like regardless of how much you're making pretty much, and it like does something as far as I'm aware. But like here in Canada, if you're like not past the lowest tax bracket of like income, it doesn't really do anything because you're not paying like tax on it really anyway. So but I mean I can pretend though. I can like practice financing it and like pretend that it counts. But yeah, it was really nice doing that. What I was thinking about this because I'm remembering now what it was is on the night of the concert I was watching, and my plan was that I would watch the concert until my song came up, and then I would go to see the cat at like maybe 9 or 9:30, and then I would come home and have a shower and, you know, go to bed or whatever, right? I was planning to like mostly catch the concert like by VOD and then like just be there for my part, or at least until then. But my part just kept not coming. I was just waiting and waiting. And soon enough, it was like 10 p.m. or something, and I was like, okay, well, I have to go and feed the cat, you know? I have to go and make sure that she's okay. So I just remember distinctly putting on my headphones and just walking through the snow in the middle of this like cold night, just like listening to the concert the whole time. You know, I went and I fed the cat, and it was still a while later. Like my part was like 4 or 5 hours in the concert, I think. So I just remember I was literally like, after I fed the cat, I was like snuggled up to her for a bit, and then I was just like watching the concert on their couch. Like I didn't want to go home yet, so I was just laying there on their couch, and I remember the cat like went up onto the cat tower and was just watching over me while I was like desperately fighting to not fall asleep on their couch. Like I actually felt like I was gonna pass out the entire time, but I was like, no, I have to stay awake long enough. I have to make it to my part. And it was a really good concert. I'm not mad about it for what it's worth. I'm glad that I got to catch so much of it live. And even the stuff that I ended up missing after was great. You know, I still was watching on my walk home back through this though, and it was really good. It was really good. It was a great concert. If you missed it, there's a lot of really good performances that you could go check out on Obake Pam's channel. It was great. I was really happy to be a part of it, even in like a little small part of it. But and it was a cute moment while I was looking over my friend's cat as well. But yeah, so there was that whole arc. So now we're at the post-Christmas arc of the story of my life, you know, in the past week or whatever. And don't be fooled, post-Christmas still has more Christmas celebrations, because my high school friend was back in town. For context, I had like 2 main friends from high school. We'll call them V and M for short. Just go by the initial, I guess. And V is a very busy guy, You know, he's really busy with like university and curling, and he has a girlfriend. Oh, imagine. He's always super busy. So, you know, I haven't caught up with him in a while, even though he's still around. And M moved. It was M for move. They moved him away. After high school, his parents moved out into the country for like, you know, like out into like the middle of nowhere, one of the smaller provinces, for work related stuff, and he went with them. So I only get to see him like once or twice a year, and he was back in town. So of course we had to organize a little meetup for the boys. We were just kind of driving around for a bit. We went to this Italian restaurant that did like Neapolitan pizza, and I didn't realize it was Neapolitan pizza right away. So I ordered one with like a bunch of stuff on it, and I regretted it because it made it so like when I folded it, there was too much stuff in the slice. I ended up wishing I just went with like and it was also more expensive that way. I shouldn't have done it. But I think the main thing that it was for me is I was ordering this pizza with like mild Italian sausage or whatever. And the sausage was like really finely ground. Like I thought it was going to be like slices of sausage, but it was just like a bit of really ground sausage. And it had green onion on it, which I was like, I don't know if that's going to work, but like, you know, there's cheese, like cheese and green onion usually works like decently. I'm not crazy about green onions for what it's worth, by the way, but I don't mind them. Usually only in like Asian cooking though, is like my experience with it. But anyway, there was so much, bro. I had to start picking them off after a while because I was like, I cannot. My body is tapped out on the green onions. Too many. Like I ate it. It was still good. But it was funny after because I had like the most expensive pizza. So I like asked my friend. I was like, yo, you want to swap bills? You want to trade bills? And he was like, oh, but I got to drink though. My bill costs more. And I was like, oh, oops. And he was like, no, let's trade, bro. Let's trade. We did not actually trade. We were just teasing, but it was funny. It was just nice to catch up, you know. We asked him what was up in the country. You know, our liner, like every time we see him again, is like if he's gotten any girls yet down there. Because he's like, there's nothing else to do down there. Surely you got somebody. But you know, he was like, nah, I haven't been, you know, seeing anybody for now. I've just been spending time with my family. And I'm like, you know what, that's good for you, bro. That's good for you. And apparently he started working at a library, which is crazy because he's like the loudest guy I've ever met. He's louder than me. He's one of the few people that even when I'm like socially comfortable, he rivals my loudness. You know, I'm pretty quiet in like, if you meet with me in real life, I'm pretty quiet until I'm comfortable with people, and then I'm loud like I am on stream. But he's just always in like, he's just always 110%, you know. But I mean, it's good for him. There's definitely been, I don't think he's ever like actually been dating somebody out there, but there was some crazy tea a while back with the group because one of my friend's exes slid into his DMs on Snapchat and was like trying to, you know, I don't even know if she was like really interested. It seemed like it, but it was hard to tell. But what was crazy, it was on Snapchat, and he screenshotted the conversation. And if you don't know, when you screenshot on Snap, it shows them that you screenshotted it, right? It says that you took a screenshot. And he did it twice, and he finessed it. He just kept rolling, bro. Like he was just trolling her, bro. He wasn't interested, but it was funny. It was crazy tea that like she kept going with him. You know, even after he did that, I was like, wow, that's balls, bro. I mean, dedicated to the mission. I can respect that. I don't know if it's a mission that you should be on, but I mean, at least you're committed, you know. But nah, I mean, everybody was just chatting. My friend said he's gonna stop curling. I don't know if I believe him, but no, I mean, it makes sense because he's gonna like age up into like the same division that all the people in like the Olympics and stuff play. so it'd be a lot harder, and he won't have that much time to dedicate to playing. But I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up still playing in some capacity, just because he's like always been really into curling, so maybe he'll keep it up. Who knows? I don't really know that much about curling, honestly. Very Canadian sport in my head, or at least like it just makes sense, you know, like winter country to do that. But I also don't know that many people that do that. Like I've met plenty of people that have played hockey, but curling is a rare one though. That's like the rarer ice sport, I feel like. He's the only guy that I know that curls. But it was nice seeing the boys again. Just an excuse to drive around, shoot the shit. I was like, I don't remember how, but at some point we made a joke about like rounding to the nearest 25. It might have had to do with, it didn't have to do with height, no. It started with rounding to, I remember the exact dialogue now. Now I remember. Okay. So we were talking about how if you round your height to the nearest 7, then you're a giant because you're 7 feet tall, right? right. So if you round to the nearest 7, then you're like really tall. And it was a really stupid joke, but anyway, after that he was like, if you have 100 and you round it to the nearest 25, would it be 25 or 125? And I was like, dog, 100 is already divisible by 25. But he was adamant about it, and I was like, okay, you're right. There's got to be a 25 in the number. I don't know if it would be. I was like, you know what? Let's just round down to 25 exactly. Just every number is 25, right? So we just rolled with that for a bit, and I remember like way later in the night, like right before everyone was gonna leave, we were debating about if you eat Christmas dinner on like Christmas Day, or if you eat it like the night before, like you eat it on Christmas Eve and then you have the leftovers on Christmas Day. And I was like, well, if you eat it on Christmas Eve but you round to the nearest 25, it's still Christmas. Stupid ass punchline. It was funnier when it was in my head before I remembered the whole story. It was funnier in my head. I'm sorry. But I just remember everybody was losing their shit that the round to the nearest 25 thing came back around in the end. It was great. But yeah, it was really nice to see my friends again. And then if you thought I was done celebrating Christmas at that point, think again. I had another thing lined up the very next day. I went to go see my mom and my sister and her boyfriend, and you know, my aunt, some of the people on my other side of the family that I hadn't really like sort of connected with until earlier this year. And it was nice. I haven't gotten to see them in a while. You know, there was some pretty good roast beef. I enjoyed it. And my mom did what she always does. She bought me a bunch of clothes. You know what? My mom, her like sense of style can be kind of tacky when she tries to like, I feel like I wear a decent amount of streetwear, and so sometimes she'll get the idea to like buy me like a graphic shirt that looks kind of wacky, or like, you know, like a pattern shirt that looks kind of goofy or something. I don't know. Cause like one thing for me is like, I will never like pretty much never wear any graphic piece of clothing that is not directly related to something I am interested in. Because if somebody, my worst nightmare is that I'm out in public and somebody comes up and they're like, oh my god, your shirt, you like so-and-so, you like this show or like this thing or whatever, and I'm just there like, I thought it looked cool or something. Name 4 song, dude, that is why I don't wear band shirts, because all of the music I listen to is in Japanese. I don't listen to any English artists enough that I can wear the merch and not feel like a fake fan. But yeah, but she did get me this really nice, she gave me this really nice sweater, or I don't even know if I don't know if it's quite like a sweater. It's like a long sleeve shirt, kind of. You guys know those like waffle shirts where it's like the fabric has like the little waffle squares? I don't really know how to describe it, but it was very comfy. It was a good material. It was just like a nice, it's like one of the more like mature pieces of clothing in my wardrobe now. I like it. Very good addition, honestly. I like having like really basic pieces like that, so I thought it was great. So I just noticed I've been at like a weird angle this whole time. I'm like rotating myself a little bit. I mean, I would wear Miku merch. I don't know if I have any good Miku shirts. I have like a couple anime shirts as well, but none of them are that stylish though. I bought them a long time ago and they're really tacky, so I don't really wear them. But I do have a few graphic shirts that I like that are cute. But yeah, I got that. I have an Amazon card. I guess I could put that towards the microphone. If I get a new microphone, I could put it up for that if I buy it off Amazon. I'm just like, you know, my brain is firing on every chord. Oh my god. I experienced one of the most awkward things for the second time in my life. That it was more direct this time than the last time it happened to me. So my mom told me that one of my like aunts from that side of the family that I've probably literally met like once ever got me a gift, and I didn't really know what it is. And it's worth noting that these people are old. They're like boomers pretty much, and they're not tech savvy, right? They were like, yeah, she really liked this smartwatch, so she got one for you and your sister. And it's like one of those really shitty, cheap, like Chinese, or I don't know if it's Chinese, but like one of those cheap, no-name brand, like, you know, Android smartwatches or whatever. I don't really know exactly. But, you know, I feel like I put it on and it's probably gonna start like tracking me or some shit. I don't know. I'm also just not really a watch guy. Like, I don't know. I don't like the way it feels having the wristband around my wrist all the time. But, I mean, it kind of worked. Like, it had like heart rate monitoring stuff. And it was really funny because instead of it had like a graph of a heart rate that would show when you were like using it, but it didn't correlate with it at all. So I would have my heart rate, it would be like 80 or something, right? Like it's just resting heart rate. But the graph that it shows, because it's just a pre-made graph that like just lights up through the animation, it would like spike at like 200 for a sec or something. I'm like, dude, you're gonna scare the shit out of some old person with that. Literally just fake you out having like a 200 BPM spike. Knockoff Apple, they got orange, bro. Yeah, they got me the Pair smartwatch. I remember they had like some like Bluetooth, like my mom kept being like, yeah, and you can like answer phone calls from it as well. And I'm the type of person where I hear that and I'm like, if I can do that, I have my phone on me, so like I'm always just answering the phone with my phone. But like I know it works for some people, but like I don't need it, right? But you had to like Bluetooth sync your phone to it or something. And I was kind of like trying not to be rude, but I was like trying to get at my sister because she was trying to like set it up. And I was just sat here like, I don't want this thing to connect to my phone, bro. I don't want them to have access. You had to like download an app for it. It was really sketch. It was an app that had like literally 10 reviews on the fucking app store or something. I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna like say that I'll set it up later and then put it in a random drawer somewhere and forget that I ever got it. I'm not gonna be impolite. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't need this. You can take it back or something. But because I don't have anyone else to give it to, I don't think anyway. Yeah, but like, I was not trying to give them my phone, bro. You gotta download a whole app to sync it. I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'll wear it at some point, but I'm not syncing my phone. But I got that. They gave me some cookies. They're not as good as the ones I make, but they weren't bad though. You know, you can never make a cookie that is truly bad. You know what else though? I'm inspiring my family, dude. Because at my cousin's house and at my mom's house, they made ginger cookies after I gave them my ginger cookies. I'm inspiring a new wave of festivity in the families. I'm enlightening them to a new type of cookie. Is that a challenge? Is what a challenge? What a challenge? What are you gonna do? You're gonna make cookies or something? Or wait, what? Wait, I'm actually stupid. I don't even know what you guys are referring to. What are you gonna do? You gonna try to make better cookies? Assuming we both mean baking a No. You guys don't understand. I've burnt plenty of cookies in my lifetime. I've burnt them where they are literally black on the bottom. And look, if you cut off the bottom part that's burnt, it's still pretty decent when you're just eating it for yourself. Like, unless you literally leave them in the oven for like an hour and bake them into like actual coals, you can still derive something good out of it. You know what I mean? I've had plenty of times where I'll bake something and be like, this isn't good enough to give to whoever I was going to give it to. However, I'm still going to eat the whole tray. You know? Besides, if you follow my recipe, it could never come out bad. The art of dubious... The art of dubious food, eh? I don't feel like I'm a great cook myself. But, you know, you make enough, you get like a little bit better. I gotta get better at like real cooking and like real food. But I'm too lazy, bro. I'm too lazy. I like baking because I have like the motive of like making it for other people. But if I cook, it's normally just for myself. So I'd rather just like ask my parents to cook. Whenever I move out, that's when the real cooking arc will begin, probably. Litz, hello, Happy New Year. Welcome, welcome. Is it a new year for you guys already? I've still got 1 year, or 50 minutes left to go. 1 year left to go. Yes, of course, no. 50 minutes for me in my time zone here. You know what annoys me? I saw that I got like 2 Twitter DMs as soon as I made my go live post earlier. And I swear every time I'll get psyched out because I think that somebody's responding to me. And it's just like these like random scam group chats with like bots. It's so common on there, bro. Like Blue Sky hasn't really been that poppin' recently, so I've kind of like drifted back to using both a little bit. But like, the bots are rampant on there, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, exactly. You know, you gotta wait out the rest of the year, and then I'll see you guys next year in the same stream, right? There will be a difference of 1 year, and therefore, there's 1 year left until the new year. Totally. So happy, nice. Something special happened to you? You guys do anything special for the holidays? I've been rambling about my holiday escapades for the past little while, and I'm not even done, honestly. I still have more stuff that I will talk about. But you guys do anything cool so far for like Christmas or like New Year's or anything else you celebrate? A 2-year long stream, yeah. It's a whole new wave of marathon streaming. You guys aren't ready. See y'all next year. We gotta wait until it's like 11:59 to make the joke, and then... Wait, but if you guys are in a time zone where it's already 2025, you can't say it. Because if you say it, then you're mean, because then you have to leave me for a whole year, and that would be really sad. Or you could just lie. Like, I would be okay if you just lied about it. That would also be good. Spent the entire holidays being addicted to Satisfactory with a friend. Hey, you know what? That's good for you, honestly. That's fun. I've spent a lot of time playing Osu over the holidays because The last match that we did was so fun. I'm already planning another one. You know, my friend Sheen, who was commentating with Shiny, and he's like ranked 200, I got him to actually find a friend to play a match with. So I'm gonna get to commentate like a top 200 1v1 and then play in one myself like back to back. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be so sick. Oh, I'm super excited. Let me see. Still got 2 hours. Oh, okay. So you're in like Central Time, I think. Bought the best gifts and now I'm broke. Ah, man. I mean, ain't that real though? That's just the experience, you know. I feel like, thankfully, I don't have like. I'm too broke to really be expected to give people gifts. And, like, I'm already kind of the youngest in my family, so it's not like I have younger people to give it to. But I imagine once my cousins start having kids, by that point, I'll probably have to... I mean, at that point, I'll probably have enough money that I can afford to, so it's fine, but... Procrastinating writing a paper? Ah, come on, it's the holidays. You can do it later. Unless you can't. But, you know... His presence is the gift. Aww. Yeah, you know, my immaculate presence of showing up for the family gathering and then disappearing like a magic trick for like 90% of it. Truly gracing them with the most abundant gifts. Just showing up, saying hello, playing a game for like a half hour and then just despawning. Leaving aggro range for the rest of the night. But no, I mean, it really is like that. Normally I would like bake for them, but I was busy with the Christmas project and then I was tired and I was like, they didn't explicitly ask, they'll live. Aggro rage is a crazy way to put it. But like, I don't know, I don't want them to talk to me, bro. No engagement. I honestly do feel that way though. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like, I get so overwhelmed by like big social gatherings, like 10 or more people. Like, if I'm really close with everybody or we all section off, I can deal with it, but otherwise it's like really overwhelming. Like, I think it's gotten worse for me over the years. I used to be more okay with just like scurrying off into my own little corner, but like nowadays it's like way more draining for me. I don't know. Got an inking kit? Ooh, nice. Been playing Manga Maker in my sketchbook. That's really cool though. Wait, drawing manga is awesome. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I've gotten to show this on stream. I've been in my art bag as well a little bit recently. I've been doing some drawing as well. I don't know if you guys saw like the art for the Fukase no Karte cover, but I helped with the outfit design for that, which is really cool. My sketches were very, very amateur, but you know, that's not important. Share, yes, put it in the Discord. Share your art. I love seeing your guys' art in the Discord, honestly. It's really great. Tricked into this super fancy socialite dinner, and I had to get my sister to make an emergency. Dude, I would not be able to if it was like a really fancy dinner. I can't even with like regular family dinner. Oh, crumbs. I mean, you've already seen it. You've already seen it because the same ones that I showed in like the membership channel. But okay, let me see. So for reference, we had this piece of art for the cover. Very beautiful art by Chocho. Really, really pretty. And before this, if I go look in my files, I can find it. Which one was it? It was not that one. I did two for Rita because she like switched her idea like midway. I did like a very scuffed outfit sketch on paper because I cannot do digital art. I swear to God, digital art like breaks my brain. Maybe my tablet just sucks. Maybe it's because I don't have good software. You get that Clip Paint Studio or whatever. But we got a little winter Rita sketch from me that I did. We were like doing like Pinterest boards and stuff together before we like sketched it out. It was really fun. And then I did, where's mine? I drew my own one too. I drew this one. Let me see. I drew this one of me. Very cute. I wanted to like, I don't normally wear like a puffer jacket. It's not like really my style, but I thought the puffer jacket would be a cute vibe. So I was like, you know, like a little something different. Let's do it. I like having the scarves, and like the earmuffs are really cute too. I really like having like I need to buy earmuffs in real life, bro, because hat is not insulating enough. It's adorable. Thank you guys. I'm really glad that you guys like it, even if it's kind of crude. We also Luz is really talented. Much more like art savvy than me, and does digital art. So we had some refs from Luz as well. This was Luz's Christmas outfit. Had the little like I don't even know what kind of hat this is, but the one with the flaps. Very cozy. Like the little star pants. This is a really cool fit, honestly. I know the hat's really cute. I really like it. And shout out to Luz for blessing us with Shiny Hunter Zach ref, because the biggest problem about trying to do this was like, I don't have, like, we've never gotten art of Shiny other than him being Big Man from Splatoon. So it's like, you know, like I have nothing to give to the artist other than like IRL pictures and stuff, and a lot of the time that can be really hard to work with. So Luz being the absolute goat and giving us Shiny in a parka was really great. We also agreed that it looks like he's wearing the Sans jacket, like unintentionally, which was really funny. We got some, you know, Shiny under table. I mean, you're not the only one. The whole group chat was. Drop that in the Discord. Okay, I got you. Ooh, wait, these are cute, Lionel. Nice sketches. I like it. The little fish is cute with the bow. I like that. Okay, you guys want the winter outfit sketches? Sure. So we had these two from me, and then the Luz and Shiny ones. Boop. There you go. I love how the Discord crop just makes it so you can just see like the crotch area for Luz and Shiny. Like it just cuts off like right above their waistline. How do I read this again? Acre? I'm not sure how you read it, but I do remember I remember seeing your name. Yes, welcome back. Hope you've been good. I feel like it's been a while. Welcome. Happy New Year. Beheaded. Maybe it's like a fusion, right? Where we have like Luz's body and then my head on top. I think that one probably works better than Shiny into Rita. That's a funny fusion to imagine, not gonna lie. It could work though, it could work. I'm just imagining really tall Rita now. like a 6 foot tall Rita. That would be pretty fire, I can't lie. You know what that reminds me of, actually? I haven't met that many like tall girls in my life before. But back in my old job, there was our regional manager was about as tall as me. I think she was actually a little taller than me, if I remember correctly. She was quite tall, like 5'11" or like 6 foot or something. And her hair was like exactly the same as mine, same skin tone. So sometimes if we were at work and I was like in the back, like turned backwards, so you would only see like the back profile of my hair and like whatever I was wearing, my coworkers would like freak out because they thought the regional manager was in without like announcing anything. And then it would just be like, oh, it's just you. It's just Twi. That was like the one like memory that I have of like a tall girl in my life. That's like literally all I can think of. Yeah, I would literally just jump scare them. They thought the regional manager was in it. It's like, nope, it's just me. I'm like the opposite of the regional manager, bro. You can do whatever you want. I remember back before I quit, I would literally be like playing 8-ball pool with my manager on the floor. Like if it wasn't busy, we would just like go behind like a shelf. So if somebody walked in, they couldn't see that you're on your phone. You just start playing a game of 8-ball. That's like my tradition with that friend who was my store manager back then. Is just like once in a while out of the blue, I'll just send them an 8-ball game over text. Like we won't say anything for like a couple months, few months, and just out of nowhere it'll just be, let's play 8-ball. Like the little game pigeon thing or whatever. But the problem is I got too good at it now. I just beat her every time. I gotta go back to sending the... What's it called? What's that one game where you like... You have like a little golf ball and you like... Beer pong or something? Like you throw it into the cups. And the way it works in real life is when they sink it, you have to drink the cup or whatever. But obviously over the iPhone, it's just... You're just playing it where you're just throwing it in the cups. Is that called beer pong? I don't remember exactly what it's called. But, oh, because it's a ping pong ball. Wait, I'm so stupid. I'm actually... The battery acid. Yo, battery acid pong. New game draw. Nah, I don't know if I would approve that one. What about water pong? What if you played water pong and instead of beer, it was water, and we all posted Twi Wawa and said cheers and drank some water right now? Lame? What? Come on. What could be more exciting than drinking water? It's late. You guys know that the later it is at night, the more the cold water hits, the crisper it is. I'm doing you a favor by incentivizing you to drink some water. Oh, man. So what else happened over Christmas? While I was hanging out with my mom and my sister, by the way, my sister's boyfriend is a menace. He is a menace to society, bro. He will just be talking to me about how he likes to, like, troll people who get mad on League of Legends and, like, egg them on and then report them afterwards. He's a League player. Ugh, one of those. Nah, I mean, I have a lot of friends that play League. I've still never tried it to this day. But I sometimes play Pokemon Unite, which is almost as bad. That's like... I mean, he's just one of those guys, you know, like, he likes Rust. Yeah, it was funny, he was like, do you like Rust? And I'm like, I bought it, and I literally played it for an hour and refunded it on Steam because I didn't like it. I was playing it with my friends, and I didn't like having to, like, sabotage my friends and shit, so I just refunded it. Just the opposite, bro. Complete opposite energy. Oh, we haven't been hopping on too frequently, but I've been getting back into Unite a little bit. Because I didn't play it for a long time. And then a while back, Echo dragged me back into the pit for a little bit. Don't really play I mean, you don't have to, like, really play Pokemon. Pokemon Unite is a MOBA, so, like, even if you don't really know about Pokemon, it doesn't really matter, because it's just, like, instead of having your League champions using whatever moves, you just have a Pokemon with, like, its 2 moves and its ult or whatever, and there's no, like, type advantage or anything like that. They're all just, like, it's just a vehicle to, like, an IP more than, like, an actual gameplay mechanic. And I think they have it on mobile as well, so you don't have to, like, have a Switch or whatever. Watching from 2025, Happy New Year to you! I will be over the bridge soon. It's 35 minutes for me. All I do is try to collect cute beings. That is pretty base. I mean, there are a fair amount, you know. They have every evolution. Those are all cute. Trying to play Cobblemon? Oh, no, I don't think you can play it on PC unless you were to get, like, BlueStacks or something like that, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. I don't know. I don't play that seriously. Back in the day, I got to master. For a bit, I was thinking of like climbing back, and then I was like, solo queuing MOBA is not very fun. I was playing a little bit of Rocket League again recently, because I can play that 1v1. Or chess. Oh my god, I was back on my chess grind recently. Y'all, I suck at chess now. I fell off. I fell off so bad. I used to be like 1500 rapid, now I'm like 1250 or something. I lost it, bro. I lost the thread. But it's kind of fun anyway. I'm not really serious about it. I was just bored, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play chess. Why not? It's because the World Chess Championships were happening. I think it was like just the rapid ones, like not the classical chess or whatever, but you know, there was some drama that happened with that recently because like basically the GOAT of chess, Magnus Carlsen, he got forfeited in a game because he was wearing jeans, and they decided that was against dress code and it was disrespectful to be wearing jeans, which is like, if that's not the most chess player ass drama I've ever heard in my life, dude. Like, seriously? It's not like it was ripped jeans or something. It was a good classy pair of jeans. Who is looking down there while you're playing chess, bro? Who is looking? I want to meet the guy who's looking at Magnus Carlsen's pants while he's playing chess. Like, if he showed up in like a neon pair of shorts or something, you know, if he showed up in his underwear, sure, like, understandable. But like jeans, bro, that's just a regular pair of pants. Like, what? That's on, like, that's business casual in my book, honestly. Jeans are nice. They have a button and a zipper. They have pockets on the side. They have like a nice, you know, woven fabric like that. They're a lot closer than like sweatpants or something like that is, you know what I mean? I would consider it business casual personally. So I think it's a little bit whack, but yeah, Magnus has been through it, but I mean, I don't know, Magnus is such a like weird phenomenon. It's like where you have like a GOAT in a game who gets bored of like playing it normally. But it kind of makes sense because like chess is so different now than it used to be. Like back when he was in his prime, I guess, you know, like you had to like, you could study your openings, but you had to like study it by yourself or like with like other people for the most part, or, you know, you could use an engine, but they weren't that thorough, right? But nowadays it's like you look at the top level games, like I'll watch like Gotham Chess doing like recaps and stuff just because I like his videos, and you'll just have like your average 2 grandmasters crank out like a 20 move like theory line in the opening, and it's like that leads to like a completely drawn position if you don't take any risks or anything. And it's like, dude, like that must be like so weird. Like it's like it fundamentally just changes the game you're playing at the top. That's why I think it's interesting they started doing this like side mode called Fisher Random, where it'll like randomize all the pieces on the back row. So as long as the king can castle in either direction, all the pieces on the back will be in a random like scramble, so that you can't practice openings. You just have to like figure it out on your own, which is cool. And apparently some of the other like beef that Magnus has been in with like FIDE, which is like the regulatory body for chess, is because of like the way that they have like such licensing right monopoly over chess as like a competitive sport, that it was like constricting what he wanted to do with like Fisher Random and all of that stuff. So I thought it was it's kind of interesting. I'm curious to see where it goes in the next like couple years. Not that I'm like that invested in chess, you know, I've never been a competitive player, but it's kind of neat to like follow the space every now and then. I remember like a few years ago when they did like PogChamps for the first time, and they were doing like a bunch of streamers playing chess, and that shit was content, I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see like a VTuber chess tournament or something at some point, like an invitational. Like, could you imagine if there was like a Hololive chess invitational or something? Like that, I feel like that would be a fire event. I'm not gonna lie. One day, maybe they're listening. Who knows? I give you permission. You have the pass to make my events. What else did I do? Yeah, I guess there's only really one bullet note that I have left here, which was that I like just how I've been working on both the new map pool for the next Osu 1v1 and the old one. I gotta give props, give the shout out once again to Beep for making our beautiful background that we had for that event. Honestly, it was really pretty. I'm trying to find it in my downloads again because I'm blind. Where is it, bro? I can't find it. Is it like I went in my like pictures folder and I did not find it, but I did find buy a man eat fish he day. Teach fish man to a lifetime. We need to do web fishing again, bro. We need to do web fishing again. Here we go. Let me just save it again from Discord. Going. Already exists. Oh my god. Boom, boom. Yeah, it's like my Windows sound effect. And then downloads. The gospel. Yeah. Oh my file size. Wow. Look at this, dude. So much pretty art this month. Thank you guys so much for all of your beautiful art. Can I say, I love the way that I'm drawn in this kind of reminds me of like Kaito, like the Vocaloid. And I really like it. It's so cute. I love this. I love this style. It's just so cute. Thank you again for drawing this. This was so pretty. I hope you know that I will be knocking again for the next one, perhaps, maybe. You know, how do I can't gesture this. I don't have a toggle for this. I have to go and chat for this. What? YouTube doesn't have the left and right pointing emojis? Oh, they do. Hit him with one of these. If I ever get a 2.0, I need the toggle. I forgot to put the pleading emoji beside it. It's really hard to frown. My smile parameter is too low. I was trying really hard. Also, hello, kid. Welcome. Happy New Year. You guys believe it? It's 25 minutes until it's 2025. You guys know something so cursed that I saw? I saw a tweet that made me feel a certain type of way, like yesterday, I think. And it was that starting next year, babies born in 2025 are not even going to be Gen Alpha anymore. It's going to be Gen Beta. And somebody quote tweeted it, and they were like, "We are the millennials now. Gen Z is like now what millennials were." And I'm like, oh my god. Dude, that feels so fake. Like, but they're not wrong. They're not wrong, and that's the worst part. It's the countdown until we're all old, chat. We got 25 minutes left to savor. We are cooked. We are. It's over, bro. You know what's crazy though? Having Gen Alpha and Gen Beta implies that a few gens from now, we will have Gen Sigma. That will unironically be a real thing that happens. Do you think that like slang will still be around by then? Surely it'll die by then, right? I feel like it's pretty far down, isn't it? This is like what, the Greek alphabet, I think? Greek alphabet. Oh. Yo, Sigma is way down there. Way down there. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That is 16 generations from now. Yeah, that's not happening, bro. I don't even think that Gen Sigma is gonna exist, bro. I don't know if the human race is lasting that long. 16 more generations? Nah. Maybe. Gen Delta is 2 away. That's kind of cool. Delta's pretty sick. Gen Z uncle who never stops calling you a Sigma. Oh no. What do they do after Omega? I don't know. Pick a different alphabet. I have no idea. Maybe they'll start like I don't know. Like a different alphabet doesn't really work, right? It doesn't really work that well. Maybe they'll have like new alphabets by then. They could do like a new. What if they have a universal language by then? Because they're gonna have real-time translating by then. What if they just invent a universal language after a while? That would be really weird, though. Actually, I feel like a lot of culture would die. Would kind of die if you just made everyone speak the same language instead of having everyone speak their own language and then translating it over where necessary. Because I can never, like, there are some things in language that translate but don't, right? Like something that when you learn a language and you experience it, you realize that like there's not an equivalent in your like mother tongue. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, English kind of has, but it's not the same as like a truly universal language because there are concepts that you can't really, like you can kind of explain them in English, but there's not like a term or like a word or a phrase for it sometimes that exist in other languages. And I feel like just the existence of that alone makes a universal language kind of impossible. You know what I mean? Unless you end up with a regional, like a universal language that has just regional dialects that kind of replace that phenomenon. I don't know. Weird to think about. It's weird to think that like real-time translation is already kind of becoming a thing. Like it's totally going to be a thing in our lifetime. That's like super trippy for me to think about. More and more adoption borrowing into English to represent those. Yeah, that's true. I feel like it goes the other way too. Like a lot of foreign languages have been adopting a lot of English words. It's interesting. Get the occasional linguist meetup of the community. Have everybody come out the woodworks, talk about linguistics. It is fun though. You know, I've been practicing my Japanese as much after I wrote JLPT though. What I tried to do is I tried to go on this this language exchange app I used to use called Hello Talk, and they ruined it, guys. They bastardized my language exchange app. They destroyed it, bro. It's so bad now. I literally had to uninstall it. I was like, I cannot, bro. I can't. They made it like a dating app, even though it's not a dating app. Like, even though it's a language exchange app, what it is like, it'll like almost exclusively show you people of the opposite gender, and like, I don't know. I remember distinctly that like it was full of Bumble ads to the point where I was like, did they get acquired by Bumble? And I looked and it was like, no, it didn't, but still. Like, it was full of dating app ads. And not only that, there was a feature that it kept popping up at me to swipe your language exchange partners. Like, it would show you their name and their picture, and you would swipe to send them a hi message or to not send them a message. I'm like, dude, who asked for this? Why are we swiping language exchange? I don't even know anything about them. Like, at least show me some common interests. Let me, like, try and discern off of that or something. Like, I don't pick my language learning partner by, like, having a pretty smile. I pick them by, like, seeing that I have something to talk with them about, bro. Like, what is that? I can't believe it. And the worst part is they probably have data that shows that people stay on the apps longer if you give them the option to swipe, so they do it or something. That's probably why. But personally, I hate it. You know, maybe the funniest development out of that is I was bored after I had uninstalled it because of this reason. And I was like, you know what? At this point, what if I just downloaded a dating app? What if I just tried it? And I didn't expect anything to come out of it because I am really picky. I'm not even really that interested in a relationship. I was just bored and curious, if I could be completely honest, to be totally transparent. Like, if something happened, I would have been like, okay, we could try out a little something or something, whatever. But I really wasn't going into it like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna try it. Because you know what? At the end of the day, these apps are literally rigged in a way that as a guy, if you don't pay them money, there's like a very low chance that you will find success on those apps. Because, girls just get like 1,000 DMs from different guys, and it's like, some of them are also paying to get algorithm boosted, and some of them are just more conventionally attractive than me or whatever, or like, I don't know, because most people aren't neurodivergent, they could relate more easily or something, you know what I mean? So I went on, and in the interest of the integrity of my experiment, I tried 3 actually. And most of the reason for that is because first I tried Hinge, because I saw that people were like, Hinge is good to actually meet people, Tinder is just for hookups. And I was like, okay, let's go on Hinge. Let me tell you, the way they be fucking lying, bro, me when I lie, every single profile, every single one was just like some girl in like a bikini in her house hitting like the fucking Instagram model like hourglass twist to get your ass and your face in the pic. And then you scroll down and the next picture is just one of them with their ass out or whatever. Like, it was like bad, bro. It was everything on there. Like, every single person, I swear to God, I was like, dude, a conversation? A real person, please? I'm not here for this. Give me, why? Yeah. I was just swiping it, and I'm like, man, I'm too autistic for this, bro. These people are just trying to get game. But unironically, I was like, this sucks. So I was like, okay. Well, my friend found his girlfriend on Tinder, so maybe it's not so bad, right? They've been dating for a couple years. So I went on there. It was the same story. Tinder is the exact same. And the other thing about these 2 things is that a lot of the girls know that you can't actually find like anything good on these apps. But what they do is they'll put in their bio, they'll be like, half of them will just be like, I don't even know what to put here in their bio or something, right? They'll just put like something like that, right? But the other half, they'll play the game. They're like, I know that I'm not going to find anybody to talk to on here, so what I'll do is I'll be like, I'm not active on this app, follow my Instagram, and then they just farm Instagram followers off of it. Like, they're not even intending to talk to the guys, I don't even think. They're just using it to farm Instagram followers. Which, to be fair, if that's like, if you're fine with that target audience and you just want a bigger follower number, like, that's kind of smart. I can respect the business mentality behind the model, I guess. But I was like, nuh-uh. And I went back to the only one that I very briefly have tried before, which was Bumble. I was like, okay, maybe, just maybe, there will be real people on here. And credit where it's due, if you're gonna try it, it could vary depending on your area. The nerds were on Bumble. The weebs, the people that were just into like actually having hobbies and shit, they were on Bumble. Now the problem is, none of them responded to me. Or, well, not responded to me. None of them, like, you don't even know if somebody, like, likes you unless you also happen to like them and you match or whatever. And even though there were those people, I would have to swipe through, like, way too many people before I would find even one person that I was like, okay, I would humor a conversation with this person. Because my hobbies are just too niche, bro. So after a while, I was like, nothing's coming out of this. I'm not getting anywhere. I don't like how much time I'm spending in the past, like, day or whatever. And I just uninstalled it. And I was like, well, that was an interesting little arc of my life. Dating apps suck, bro. Dating apps are not for me. Not that, like, I'm really that interested in dating anyway, to be honest. I'm pretty content just doing my own thing. But yeah, online dating is a chore. But you know what? It's like they purposely make it so you gotta jump through as many hoops as possible. And they also make it in a way that you gotta pay money to really have like a good chance at like finding something, you know what I mean? Like, and the most twisted part about it, if you think about it, is the way that their business model works is that they fail if you find a partner. Like, they won't advertise it like that. You know, some of them, you know, I think Bumble literally advertises itself as like the dating app that is designed for you to delete because you're gonna find your person or whatever, right? But like, if you think about it, the way that they make their money is by you being on the market and not finding anybody. So like, of course they're gonna set it up in a way that it's a pain in the ass for you to actually get something, you know? But it just feels too detached and like robotic. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it personally. For me, it's like maybe one day it'd be cool to date somebody, but like I want it to happen more organically, I think, because I don't know. I've seen some friends get into some artificial relationships and woo, that is some tea that gets messy, bro. that gets messy, dude. I'm good. I don't need drama like that in my life. I guess what it is kind of is like I have my peace personally by myself, and it would be cool to share that peace with the right person, but at the same time, it would not be worth sacrificing it for the chance of like something else. Like, I don't know, like if I'm not like going out of my way, I suppose, is the best way to put it, right? It's like the door is open, but at the same time, it's kind of not. I don't have a good analogy for this, bro. Well, yeah, that's the other thing, right? Is I am also ace, yes. And there are a lot of people out there, especially on the apps, that they just want to hook up. They don't care about anything else. And it's probably worse when you're a girl. I can only imagine. There's probably a lot of dudes that are just trying to do a little hit and run, you know? But, you know, I mean, what can you do, right? What can you do? I was surprised. Some of those apps were more progressive than I expected, though. Like, I was able to select Gray Ace, which I was like, wow, like that's a pretty nuanced label. You don't see that one all the time. I thought it was interesting because I think I do identify as like gray, I guess. It's weird, right? I feel like at first I was like, I'm ace. I've never felt anything in my life ever. I will never feel anything in my life ever. I'm like the pinnacle of well, okay, not emotionless, but no lust, whatever. And then after a while, it kind of became like, I basically never experienced this, but it's not like literally never. And I don't like the implication that like, I don't know. I feel like when you tell a regular person that you're ace, they take that as like, this person is zero interest ever. Like, it is way off boundaries. And you know what? That's not a bad thing, right? Because 99.9% of the time, it is just off the table with somebody. And even if it were to come onto the table, like you said, it's over like a long period of time. Like, get to know me first, you know? But at the same time, I think that I just like the sound of having my doors open more. Like, I would rather just be like, oh yeah, I'm like straight, but you know, like on the ace spectrum, I guess, more so than like, oh yeah, I feel nothing ever. Exactly, right? It's like, at first the label is really comforting because it describes an experience that is, you know, a lot more extreme than most of the like average population will experience, and so it can like resonate with you. And then after a while, and you like mature, and you're like, well, I mean, a label's just a label, you know, it's only going to describe my experience so much usually. It's nice to have like a little bit more openness and to remember, like, just because having a word to describe it is helpful doesn't mean it like defines your identity in any particular way. It's just a helpful word to explain to people, you know, your experience or whatever. It's just a tool in your toolkit, kind of. Please take me to dinner first. You gotta take me to a few dinners, you know. I'm pretty sure You gotta cook me dinner. I probably cook you dinner at least once first. Yeah. I just can't imagine ever having things move that fast for me. Not like I would be super like opposed to it, but I have to trust the person, you know what I mean? I have to trust the person. I think that's a lot of like the roadblock for dating is like, well, I mean, part of it is like I just don't have my shit together yet, you know, like, and that's not to say that you can't date when you're in that scenario, but like a lot of the time people, they want to go out on dates and do stuff, and doing stuff costs money a lot of the time. Or like, you know, I need somebody that I can just kick it with without spending a fucking dime. I could just roll up, or like, you know, if I do spend, it's like only a little bit on like snacks or like a drink or like I made you cookies or something, I don't know. Just like a little something and we just hang. You know, that's like more my speed than like going out and getting a nice dinner or like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm totally down to like go bowling or like play a sport or something, but that costs a lot more than like playing a game that you already have or just, you know, just walking around or like a park or something. How much less exhausted now too. I agree. It feels like I'm a very casual, like laid back person in a lot of ways, so like I definitely appreciate that kind of vibe being reciprocated, you know, like who wants to be all stuffy and like, you know, trying to put on the best front for somebody that you're supposed to spend your whole life with? Like, nah, bro. If you can't handle me at my like laundry all over the floor, couldn't be asked to shave, and wanted to order a pizza from like Little Caesars or some bullshit, added 11th to the Leaning Tower of Pizza, and you don't deserve me at my going out for a nice dinner. Okay, I mean, I haven't. Okay, actually no. Let me not lie. I do in fact. You know what? I cleaned my floor today, though. I cleaned my floor. It was piling up over the holidays while I was out the whole time, but I put my laundry in the laundry bin. I didn't actually do it yet. Between you guys and me, my dad still usually does my laundry. It's because my dad is so nice. Like, I wouldn't mind doing it myself, but he just offers, and I'm not gonna be like, nah, bro. I'm so excited for this adulting shit. I'm gonna do my own laundry every time. It's like, nah, if you want to, like, be my guest. He's a lot better at folding clothes than I am too. I don't know, man. Like, I can do it, but like not well. The laundry corner. Oh, it's not even like the laundry corner for me. I don't have a corner open in my room. That's the problem. I don't have any corners that are free space anymore. It's so full because my room is really small, so it'll kind of just get strewn out along like the bedside. I'm not a laundry on my bed person though, because for me it's like clothes that I either don't care about if they get a little dirty if I wear them again, or I'm not gonna wear them again. So if it goes on the floor, like I don't care if it's dirty because it's just gonna get washed after anyway, right? But I don't want it on my bed because when I go to sleep, like where am I gonna move it to not be on my bed? I'm not gonna sleep with my clothes on my, like, strewn on my bed. I don't know how people can do that. Even as somebody who will live in like an absolute mess sometimes where it like gets out of hand, I can't with having the clothes on my bed. That is like foreign to me. Litter with clothes because I don't like folding. That's fair. I mean, like, of course, you know. At the end of the day, though, it always does feel really good when you do get around to cleaning it. It definitely, like, it's one of those things where while it's, like, dirty in your room, you're like, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. I'm used to it. And then you clean it, and you're like, oh, this is nice. Like, I don't know. It just makes me feel more productive, even if, like, it doesn't practically change much about the environment. Like, I'm not looking where the stuff is, like, strewn about. It still definitely makes a difference. So many hangers and racks. See, I have some stuff that I hung up in my closet, but the problem is I can't get into my closet because I built a vocal booth out of my closet door. So, like, I have nowhere to hang them, bro. I have to use my dresser because I don't even have, like, access to my closet. I gotta hit like a Metal Gear Solid like crouch walk underneath of the curtains because I have them like heavy duty clamped onto the door. So I'd either have to go and undo all the clamps and redo them, or I have to like literally, I'm playing limbo with the fucking blanket. How low can you go? Just trying to, but like I can't actually do limbo though. It's lower down than that. Like I'm borderline like crawling along the floor at that point. One day I'll be able to have a booth and a closet. Man, that's how I know I've made it. How's the countdown coming? It is in like 3 minutes. I don't have, where is the time like by the seconds? I thought that Windows would like show me how like down to the second how long it is, but I don't see it. Okay. How long until New Year's? In 366 days? Wow, really? Thank you, Google. That's just what I meant. Second timer countdown, New Year's. Countdown to New Year's. Here we go. I found a website. They got rid of it? Why would they even get rid of that, bro? Who asked for them to get rid of that? It's a nice feature. What, it costs big Microsoft too much money to put the second counter? Even though they're already tracking it on the computer anyway. You couldn't afford the real estate for an extra 50 pixels? Huh? How dare you? Don't see the seconds on the calendar? No, it's because I'm on Windows 11 and I think they took it out on Windows 11. I don't even see the minutes, bro. Well, I do. I see 11:58 in the bottom right, but like when I click the calendar, it doesn't show the time with the seconds over the calendar like it used to. It just shows the calendar and that's it. Windows 10. Yeah, I used to be on Windows 10. It used to work like that. It was good. It was really good that way. Oh man. It's only 1 minute until it's the new year, until it's 2025. Wow, isn't that crazy? Let me take a second, or I guess 55 seconds or so, 45 seconds, something like that, to say it's been a wonderful year, chat. To all of my Twinites, all of the friends that I've gotten to make here, that we've gotten to make here. I feel like I'm really happy that we've managed to have a sense of community here. I managed to experience so many things I never could have imagined would happen in just the first year of everything. It's honestly like kind of a blur how much stuff has happened. It's been absolutely crazy. And I'm really grateful to all of you. And I'm really excited for everything that's gonna come with the next year, which is coming in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 5, just kidding, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. We're now old. Happy New Year, everybody. I don't have my beer or sparkling water, whatever the bit was supposed to be, but I do have my regular water. Cheers to the new year. What a beautiful countdown. Happy New Year, everybody. We made it. We survived another trip around the sun. I don't have like a New Year's post planned for social media. Shit. Maybe I'll have to make one like after stream or something. But man, honest to God though, it has been a wild ride. Oh, a little sketch. Thank you, Lionel. That's so cute. Thank you for the sketch for New Year's. That's so cute. They put it in the Discord. Wait, let me download this so I can put it on stream. Look, guys, look. This is my first download of 2025. See that? This is the only one from this year. Look at that. Beautiful. Thank you, Lionel. It's an honor. It's my honor. The honor is all ours. Shared honor. Yeah, like, man, it's been a crazy year, honestly. I think that when we get to my anniversary in March and it's been like a full 1 year, that I'm gonna do like a reel of all of the stuff, like all the song covers and like the projects and stuff like that since we started, and I'm probably gonna cry like a little bitch when I do that. Because it's been so many things. What is your wish for 2025? Well, I have a lot of goals for 2025. I don't have a lot of resolutions, but okay, everybody, let me know. Let's all decide what is our resolution that we're gonna drop in like the first week gonna be, everybody. I'll go first. This year, I'm gonna make my stream waiting rooms before the week starts every week. I'm gonna get them up like clockwork so that you'll always know when I'm going live. Schedule's gonna be ready. And then pigs will fly and everybody will clap. I did put the waiting rooms up for the rest of this week, though. So you know what? I'm off to a good start. I haven't failed yet. I gave myself a running start. And if I fall flat on my face next week, then so be it. But honest to God, what I wish for next year is for opportunity. My like, let me rip off of a good friend of mine real quick. My friend Rita, recently I didn't know that she was doing this before, but her thing is that every year she'll like have a theme for her year that she'll try to live it out by. And last year she did change, and this upcoming year she's doing whimsy, which is really fun. I love the word whimsy. But to kind of steal off of that, I think that like my theme for 2025, how do I like put this into one word? I don't know how to put it into one word, but like to do everything with no regrets. This year, I want to do everything that I've wanted to do. I feel like 2024 was a year of exploring for me. I learned so much about myself, about this industry, about just my own like values and goals. It was a huge learning experience for myself. And I think that for this next year, I want to run with every opportunity that speaks to me. I want to do it all with no regrets. And I want to just... This will be my year of action. My year of action. Holding nothing back. Not in a way that's like, you know, like super self-critical, like, oh, you gotta work 24/7 and, you know, you're not allowed to take a breather, you know, you gotta be on the grind, you know. But more in like a way that, you know, even if it doesn't happen like instantly, no excuses to getting everything done eventually. If I want something done this year, I want to see all my goals through, and I have a lot of them. I have a lot of goals for this year, so I'm excited. Year of audacity. Yeah. Fear won't stop me. That is a great way to do it, honestly. Me personally, I think that Reaper is a better recording software than Audacity. No, I'm kidding. But that's a great one. Live it up this year, you know. Don't let anything hold you back. I feel like I'm in the same boat in some ways. Oh! I was like, why am I hearing banging outside? It's because there's fireworks. I'm gonna grind your own pace, exactly. Wait, let me see if I can see the fireworks. Hold on. Let me look at my window. Hold on. I might be able to. Oh, wait, I actually saw it. Yo, that's sick. Yo! There was actually fireworks outside. I don't know if that's legal. That's not in a park. I think they're just launching them off the side of... Actually, wait, no, I think they are at a park, maybe. But you know what? That's sick either way. That's sick either way. Very, very cool. I haven't gone to a fireworks show in so long, and the last time I went, I got stimulus overloaded, and the sound made me feel like my ears were like gonna explode, so we went in the car and watched it from inside the car. I was a lot younger at that point. I could maybe tank it now, but it might give me a headache. But fireworks are so pretty from a distance. I will gladly enjoy it from the comfort of my room. Yeah, man. It feels very, very cool, you know, to cross over a new year with you guys here with me. It feels great. I want to say as well, I was going to try to get our new emotes done for the new year. Some stuff happened with my artist to where we're gonna have some delays, but that's okay. They're coming along, they're cute, and very soon we will have like a full set of Twi emotes for you guys to use, which I'm very happy to announce as well. We could still use the water emote for everything if you want to, but we won't have to use the water emote for everything, you know? So, very, very looking forward to having that done. It's a bit of a shame that it couldn't be done in time for the new year, but that's also fine. I'm happier that the artist is taking it at their own pace. And I got to do my Christmas project in time, so that's good enough for me! Yes. Cheers to still only having the water emote, I guess. we got the Chad as well. That's very, like, Giga Chad. Giga Chads, what do Chads do? They drink their water. They stay hydrated. Cheers to that. That's our 2025 is our year of hydration. It is our year of water. It is our year of freshness. Cheers to that. Yeah. 2 perfect emotes for some. Yeah, exactly. You can take your pick, depending on how silly you're feeling. You could just use water instead of whatever normal emote you would have put. But yeah, it'll be really nice. It'll be really nice. There'll be, I think I'll be able to set it up so that everybody can get them on the Discord server, and you know, if you have Nitro or whatever, you can use them wherever you want. And then here on YouTube, of course, you would have to member, but we have the like cheaper member tier at least, you know. I know everybody's wallets are probably, you know, you got like the little fly buzzing out of the wallet, you know, crying every time that you open it to buy something else after the holidays. But if you do still want to support, of course, there will be a little, like a nice cheap tier. I think it's like $3 or something. And we'll have some new emotes very soon. Very exciting. But, yeah, what do we have on the schedule again? Because it is quite late. It is now past midnight. But I mean, I'll probably be up a bit longer, but you know, I don't want to be too noisy, you know. I feel fine being a loudmouth over here and yapping my way through past midnight when I know they'll be up for New Year's, but I don't want to keep going too long, you know. They're going to want to sleep at some point. I think my neighbors could probably... I don't know, I think my upstairs neighbors might be able to hear me. Who knows? I was gonna say, like, bang twice on the ceiling if you hear me, and I was like, actually, I don't even want to know. I think I would be too embarrassed. Bro, it's okay, bro. Me too. Me too. Never feel obligated to financially support, you know that? I, honest to God, think that just watching, just being there is so much more than you could ever imagine. It makes me really happy to have anybody hanging out, and I really, really appreciate you guys. Okay. For the new year, we'll be getting an early start because I'll be back tomorrow morning in a little under 11 hours from right now. We'll have a really cool throwback. It'll be a little stream of Refined Self, the personality test game. We played this all the way back in March, about 2 weeks or 3 weeks after I debuted. And I was like really early days back getting into streaming. If any of you guys were here from back then, you will remember it was dark times. A lot has changed since the early days. But I think that it'll be interesting to see how much I've changed in that regard. I don't know if it'll still have my old save. I hope it does up on the Steam cloud. But if they don't, that's still okay. I'm still gonna enjoy it. We'll also, of course, be continuing Honkai Star Rail. We were about to, see Firefly's secret base, and then some absolute bumbling bozo named Sampo walked in and absolutely curbed my date. It was very not cool, but we got past that part though, so I think I'm about to get to it anyway. I'm just excited, honestly. I really like Firefly as a character so far, so I'm excited to learn more about her lore. Very excited. And Sampo repellent needed, facts. Get him out of here. And then Saturday I'm gonna play some Minecraft for the first time in legit 5 years or more, I think. I think I've hopped on to play Pixelmon, which is Pokemon mod of it, once or twice in the past few years, but I didn't really play it hardly at all. It would be a stint for a day and then get bored. I haven't played vanilla Minecraft definitely in 5 years or maybe more, so I'm kind of excited to go back. It's gonna be really different, I think, but also kind of the same. I don't know, the concept is so timeless. How much could it really have changed? I'm really excited to see Firefly's story too. I'm honestly really looking forward to it. And then on Sunday, I'm gonna do a members stream, trying out DaVinci Resolve. It's a sort of competitor to Premiere Pro. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Adobe sent me an email recently letting me know that in about 2 weeks, they're gonna come to collect my kneecaps. Because my Premiere Pro subscription is gonna run out, and it'll renew for $300, which is oh my god, that's so much money. So, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna try making a YouTube short or something and editing it with that and seeing how big the difference really is. Because if it's not if I can do the shorts with that anyway and whatnot, then any reason to drop Adobe, honestly, any reason to not pay Adobe is great. So I would be more than willing to use because I'm pretty sure DaVinci Resolve is literally free. And I've heard that it's getting close. So I'm gonna be trying that out. It'll be a little behind the scenes, We'll do a little script and everything. I was at my last member stream was supposed to be planning YouTube shorts for January, and then I needed to grind out the cover and I didn't get around to it. But we'll do a little bit of that. Another kind of working, chatting type stream. A little peek behind the curtain. Thank you all for spending your New Year's Eve with me. I'm really glad to spend it with you guys. It was really nice. Thank you once again to Scenic for this beautiful, beautiful background. I may continue using it through the winter months a little bit, perhaps. And to Starlight Daryl, I believe. Yes, for the beautiful, beautiful background music as well. May keep this setup going forward a little bit. Might use it again, who knows. I think probably tomorrow anyway. Tomorrow's got the right vibe for it. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Really appreciate all of you for, just always being around. I'm very, very grateful. And I'm excited for this new year, and I'm excited to play this personality test game tomorrow because I love personality tests. It'll be really great. We're gonna have a big year. 2020 2012. I don't know what I was gonna try to make a pun. I forgot. But it's gonna be a big year, the year of Twi. My theme this year is Twi. It's just me. I am my theme this year. Happy New Year, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day or evening. Get some good sleep tonight. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning, yeah? Have a great one, chat. Bye-bye. Bro, my sister sent me a gif of like a penguin reeling a board from 2024 over to 2025, and I don't know if it was intentional, but I swear to God, the O in the 2025 is like a Bitcoin or something. Like, she's not even into crypto. I don't even know why she sent me that. Anyway, good night, guys. Happy New Year. Bye.